Blackness is not. Our struggle in the past was always, our identity rather was always related to struggle, but there's no struggle at the moment to clarify our existence. And the times have changed. There are people in the country now who are typically black, but they don't have our experience. They come from Africa, they come from the Caribbean. They don't have the experience of America. You have women who are identifying gender before race. You have gay people identifying sexual orientation before race. You have Kanye West marrying white girls. You have Susan Rice marrying white boys. Interracialism is de rigueur. Go home tonight to turn on your TV. There's something unprecedented going on. Almost every commercial has a black person in it these days. That is absolutely unprecedented. Why is it so? And why black? I don't use African American because Europe is not our enemy. The dialectic there, African American, the dialectic is then European American. That is not our identity. What does this country support? They'll support the women's movement, they'll support the gay movement, they'll support bullying, everything except racism. They will not acknowledge racism. And if you accept black, then the dialectic is white. And they do not want you to think in that particular dialectic. It is up to us to know our history. We didn't have to teach our history in the past, as I said before, because we knew Jim Crow America. Now you must teach. If you go back and look, for example, at the congressional record, when they didn't use code words, so they said niggers and kites in the congressional record. Now they have code words, but it's the same thing. Nixon will run against law and order, against the rebellions, which it incorrectly calls race riots. What do they call them? Race riots, yeah. Bush runs against Willie Horton. Bush Jr., Bush II, stole 2 elections, and nobody said squat. Do you remember looking at the 2000 election and seeing all the people standing in line? Because they selectively decided where to send the voting machines. And the NAACP sent me to Florida in 2000 to investigate what was going on. We found ballots in hotel rooms. But the Democrats, they blamed Nader. They would not blame the Republicans. These are the most racist people in the history of the universe. And they have empowered themselves using racism. Fundamentally, understand this. It does not matter how individuals define themselves, as women first or gay first. What is important, do not make the mistake the Jews made in Germany. What is decisive is how the state defines you and relates to you. And they relate to us, as we talked about in the privatization and the prison. They relate to us because they understand we are the potential threat in this country, and we always have been. So understand what the state's relationship is to you. Do not make the same mistake that Jews who won the Iron Cross thought that they were German first. Well, the Nazis came and they put them on these wonderful little trains with pate and champagne, and those trains wound up in Dachau, Buchenwald, and Mauthausen. Understand who and what America is, and then you'll make the right decision about your identity.